Hey everyone, figured I'd make this video to kind of bring some attention over to XDefiant, the newest FPS game being worked on by Ubisoft. I was originally just going to put a bunch of clips together, you know how I kind of was doing my old other videos like the Resident Evil 4 one that I did earlier. But I've been kind of hanging around the Twitter side of things and even TikTok. And I've been seeing a lot of people throwing around that this game is going to go the route of Splitgate, or that it has potential to be the next COD killer, which, to be honest, it really doesn't, but I'll go into more detail about that later on in the video. But first, let's get started with the part where people said that it's gonna end up like Splitgate, saying because this game's new, it's an FPS and everything, that it's not gonna have enough hype around it, and it can easily just eventually give it like a month or two that it's gonna die out. I, from what I played, I don't see that happening, and for two reasons. One, Splitgate was more trying to be the Halo killer, which didn't really work well because the gimmick with Splitgate was the little portal section of it. And to be honest, that was such a skill gap in of itself that no casual player was gonna really get into it. And again, that was more to targeted towards Halo, and you've seen how that happened. Halo kind of pretty much just killed themselves at that point. And the second part of it, how people are saying that this is going to be the next COD killer, it's similar to what I just mentioned earlier. The only company that's going to really ruin COD is Activision themselves, and they're kind of doing that right now. But the funny thing is, seems like every time Call of Duty makes like a really horrible mistake, what's it called, and a new game comes out that's actually getting people's attention, they kind of forget the mistakes that COD did and deflect it straight at the new game, saying that Call of Duty is the best and everything. I don't know if it's like a coping mechanism, but it's honestly, like I said, Call of Duty just wasn't fun for me anymore. I used to stream Black Ops 4, but I can only do so much of that before even I get bored, because there's no new content into Black Ops 4 at all. And regarding Modern Warfare 2, Warzone, and all that, those games just don't benefit me. It punishes my playstyle, which, if you're seeing the gameplay, I'm actually able to run around, and to be honest, maybe it's just my headset settings, but I did notice that I don't really hear footsteps, so that could be something that there are snipers. I get sniped from time to time. That's why I switched to a shotgun instead of the SMGs or rifles, because they're the only guns that surprisingly can outtake a sniper. But yeah, I really don't want to compare this game being like the next COD killer. I mean, as I play it, it does sort of have like that Black Ops 2 feel, like movement style of it, with the feel of Black Ops 4 because of the specialist. But luckily, it's nothing too unbalanced except for the medics. But I'm not I've from the beta. Surprisingly, some of the people are playing this are pretty nice as well. Even they're in agreement that the medics need to get nerfed, and maybe in a follow-up video I'll explain some things that I would recommend changing to make this game better. But in its current state, I'm having fun, which is probably the most important part, and I'm able to experiment with different weapons. That's, for a beta, that's really saying a lot, because it could take one little beta experience, play a few matches, and then that's it for me. I just call it quits, which that's happened with me with Modern Warfare 2 when I played the beta, and to be honest, I didn't even like it. But I guess in my head I thought, Call of Duty's popular every year, I might as well get the new one and make content out of it. It was probably one of the most miserable times of my life. Like, making clips was easy, but then as soon as the skill-based matchmaking punished me for trying anything different, I don't know, it was just honestly pretty annoying. And it's just nice that I can just, even if I die or lose or whatever in this game, I don't really care. It's more so I just had fun, and that's the most important part of it, which, that's the thing Activision is kind of forgetting with these games, and why I'm starting to notice a dip in viewership. Some of my friends still play Call of Duty, and normally I would show up in their streams to show support and everything. I just don't even want to watch them at all, and it's just that the game doesn't matter what they do, my friends or anyone that plays the newer Call of Duties, it doesn't matter. It's just boring. They play the same. They play too competitively. They'll use whatever's meta, which you know, you end up just seeing 6 versus 6 of the same weapons, and you know, you can only handle so much on the entertainment side of things, because if you're going to be making content on a game, you kind of have to have fun doing it yourself. Otherwise it'll bite you in the ass and you'll start showing cracks that you're not having fun anymore. Luckily, I hope that's not the case with this. You know, maybe I'm still in the honeymoon phase, but like I said, it's a beta. The people working, and that was a thing that I should have mentioned from the beginning, because people were saying, you know, that this game's gonna end up like Splitgate. Last I checked, I don't think Splitgate was made by ex-COD devs, and if you really think about it, let's go into like another example, Apex Legends. But what was the game they made before that? Titanfall 2 and Titanfall. Who made that game? Respawn, which was what? Old COD devs. The way I see it, I honestly believe that the only real competition to Call of Duty is honestly the old people that worked on Call of Duty. The people that know how to make a Call of Duty game are legit the ones that know how to, you know, compete. Anyone could easily go in, make a game, make it first person, third person, add guns and everything. But it's more or less the people with experience working, you know, a Call of Duty game that will know the ins and outs of it. Make a game, and that alone will be, you know, enough to, what's it called, give it some competition, which I'm hoping, because, you know, some people are trying to say, you know, that, oh, what's it called, Call of Duty's not going to die or anything like that. But it's not that I don't want it to die. I want the game to improve, but without any competition, you get stuff like the Black Cell. I saw Nero's video how, you know, he was excited about the new event where you get trophies. They limited it to 6. You have to finish the match. It would take 30 hours to complete, I don't know, whatever you needed to do to get like enough trophies to get a reward or something. And yeah, the new Call of Duty just feels like a chore to play. Like, I've not once seen anyone, unless I've seen like some people that seem like they're catering to kids, where they just kind of seem like they play a match and they just narrate what they're doing. Like, they're just, you know, you can clearly see the guns being shot, you can see everything, but these guys will just legit narrate it out loud, like as if you're blind or something. But yeah, regarding this game, I hope it takes off. You know, give it time. I mean, it's in the beta. The devs even confirmed that they are working on a better netcode. So if you notice the little wonkiness, I know earlier you probably saw someone kind of floating around. It takes some getting used to, but like I said, I'm giving these guys benefit of the doubt. They're working with Ubisoft. They don't have a good record of releasing a, what's it called, a fluid game, you know. But listen, like I said, anything at this point is better than Call of Duty. We need something new, and you know, luckily these people are bringing it, so kudos to them. I'm keeping updated on everything they do on Twitter, and yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say about this. If you like this video, feel free to like, comment what you think about XDefiant if you've played it. If you're curious about playing it, I believe there's still some weird codes on Twitter that has like a 50,000 use of it. You can use that code, go to the Ubisoft XDefiant website, put the code in and get a code. Otherwise, the other one would be at Googling XDefiant beta. Go to the where it says partner program or partner streamers. Watch them for 30 minutes. Make sure your Twitch and Ubisoft account are linked. And yeah, just watch them for 30 minutes, get a code, and yeah, play this game to your heart's content, because it's running until the 23rd. Anyways, that's all I have to say. Hope you enjoyed the video. And yeah, if you want to follow me, my links are in the description, and I'll see you all later.